Chapter 7. HTML and Introduction. Objective. Introduction to HTML. HTML. HTML editors. Structure of an HTML document. Creating a web page using Notepad. Viewing an HTML document. Basic HTML tags. Attributes of body tag. More tags in HTML. Introduction. You are already familiar with the term Internet and its importance. The technology used in Internet has made every single person dependent on it. This means Internet has become a necessity for every single person on this planet. Internet is a network of networks that connects millions of computers around the globe. With the help of Internet, one can share the data and resources with anyone on the Internet. The users working on the Internet or the systems used on the Internet are called as clients. All these systems are treated as clients, which sends a request to the server, and the server in turn responds to the request raised. The results are provided to the clients within a set time period. Now the question arises that where these data and files are stored on the Internet and how they are viewed. Websites are platforms where the users can view the data and information on the Internet. A website is a collection of multiple pages that includes the information. This information includes text, images, graphics, audio and video, hyperlinks linking to other pages of the websites, and many more. These websites are viewed by millions of people on the Internet with the help of a software called as web browser. It is a platform that provides everything found on the Internet. As we are learning, there must be a question that how these websites are created. Let's learn about the same for creating wonderful websites. HTML. The language that is used to create the web pages of a website is HTML. HTML is an acronym which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the most commonly used language to design web pages of a website or web applications on the basis of the user's requirements. This language includes all the packages that helps to design a creative web page. These packages include inbuilt codes both for the text and graphical contents used for creating web pages. The HTML code used for designing the website showcases the behavior or the overall view of the web contents of a website. Mostly all the web browsers understand and interpret the HTML language, and moreover simplifies the nature of the web contents used in the websites. It is developed by WHAT-WG, Web Hypertext Application Technology Working Group. Tech tip. HTML file is always saved with an extension HTML. Hypertext. Hypertext means text within a text. This means a text has a link within it. When you click on a hypertext link or a hyperlink, you will be redirected to another web page of the website and new contents will be displayed. In other words, it is a way to link two or more web pages with each other in a website. Markup language. Markup language is a language used for creating web contents of a web page. This is done with the help of special symbols known as tags. The tags or the code used while creating a web page commands the browser the way to display the contents on the browser. It includes all the formatting layouts that can be applied on a text document to convert it to a web page. It helps in making the contents more interactive and dynamic using images, links, tables, etc. Moreover, it defines the sections of a web page, including the title of a web page, headings, subheadings, paragraphs, pictures, graphics, and many more. HTML editors. An HTML editor or a web content editor is a software application that enables the users to create, view, edit, and make the changes in a web page. Some of the programs give a free trial first before the user buys the complete package. On the other hand, some of the editors are free of cost and users can easily get this software from the internet. There are two types of HTML editors: text-based HTML editors. These are the editors that assumes that you are familiar with the HTML language along with the tags included in it. You can create an HTML document using simple text editor, and the only need is to have a proper or complete knowledge about the HTML tags or commands that are used for creating and designing the web pages. Some of the editors include a correction function that highlights the syntax errors in a color, or some uses an autocomplete function to resolve the errors occurred. Examples: Notepad, WordPad, Atom, Sublime Text, etc. DCYG editors. DCYG is an acronym which stands for What You See is What You Get. These are the editors that can be used by the users who does not have any knowledge about HTML. It is a type of editor that expresses exactly the same what you want to see on a web page while creating it. These editors include different types of tools or graphical commands used for designing the web pages. The user only has to move the elements on the interface section, and the related HTML code is added automatically to the editor section. The changes made in the text or in the other elements are visible right there after the editing is done. This is a very helpful feature for the users, as their errors will be resolved at the same time and they will be able to learn new things about HTML. Examples: Adobe Dreamweaver, Amaya First Page, Google Web Designer, Adobe Muse, etc. Structure of an HTML document. The structure of an HTML document creates a single web page on the internet and links with other web pages of the websites. The HTML document starts with a tag and ends with a tag. Basically, the structure of an HTML document includes two sections named as head section and body section. Head section. It is a section defined in an HTML document that includes the general information about a web page of a website. The general information here means defining the title of a web page that is shown on the title bar of a web browser. Body section. It is a section defined in an HTML document that includes the actual content of a web page. The body section of an HTML document contains text, graphics, audio and video, paragraphs, lists, tables, hyperlinks, and many more elements that helps in designing a creative and innovative web page with meaningful contents in it. Rules for writing HTML code. HTML is not a case-sensitive language, as you can write HTML tags and attributes either in uppercase or lowercase. The attribute values should be enclosed in quotation marks. It can be case-sensitive. Tags and related properties should be enclosed in underline. Tag names should not contain blank spaces. Inner tags must be closed before outer tags. Creating a web page using Notepad. Creating an HTML document in a text editor is a very simple task. The user should have a proper knowledge about HTML and its tags used for creating an HTML document. When an HTML document is created, always save that document with HTML extension in your computer system. Following are the steps to create an HTML document using Notepad. 1. Click on the Start button and then locate the folder named as Accessories. Now click on the Notepad option from the list. 2. A Notepad window will be displayed on the screen. 3. Type the HTML code in the Notepad as given here. 4. After completing the HTML code, click on File menu and click on Save option. 5. A Save As dialog box will appear on the screen. Select the location where you want to save your HTML document. Give a suitable name for the HTML document along with HTML extension in the text box. 6. Click on the Save button. Now you can see your HTML document in the location where you saved now. Factoid: there are only 3 colors used in computer: red, green, and blue RGB colors. All the other colors are formed by using these 3 colors. Viewing an HTML document. For viewing an HTML document, you need a software application called as web browser. A web browser is a software program used to access the Internet or World Wide Web. A user can view the web pages, search any information, or can present his creativity to the whole world. As Internet relies on client-server environment, the web browser that runs on the client machine sends the request to the web server. On the flip side, the web server reacts towards the request and produces the results according to the request sent on the Internet. Following are the various web browsers which can be used to access the Internet. Below are the steps to view an HTML document in a web browser. Google Chrome. 1. Open the web browser, Google Chrome, on your system. 2. Type the starting letter of the drive stored location where you have saved the HTML document in the address bar of the web browser. 3. Click on the appropriate option from the list, or simply press Enter key from the keyboard. 4. All the files and directories stored in that location will be shown as the hyperlinks to that particular file in the web browser window. 5. Browse the whole directory and find the HTML file stored in that drive. It will appear as a hyperlink. 6. Click on that HTML file link and that file is shown in the Google Chrome web browser. Basic HTML tags. An HTML tag or an HTML element is collectively defined as a set of characters constituting a formatted command for a web page. HTML tags are the hidden keywords within a web page that define how your web browser must format and display the content. In other words, these are the building blocks of a web page that enables the users to create a beautiful web page. A tag includes the text enclosed in angle brackets. Every tag in HTML language contains its own attributes and default values. While working on an HTML document, one should follow the syntax provided so that there will be less chances of errors in the HTML document. There are 2 sections in which the HTML elements are categorized. Container tags. These are the types of tags that have a starting and an ending register. All the contents are written within these starting and ending tags. That is why it is called as container element. These tags wrap the text or graphics in it so as to give a complete code. The inner tags must be closed first before the outer tags are closed. For example, is an opening tag and is a closing tag. Syntax: tag name, contents of a web page, /tag name. Empty tags. These are the types of tags that only have a starting tag. They do not include any contents in it. That is why it is called as empty element. These tags do not wrap the text or graphics in it and does not require any closing tag. These tags perform their set function without enclosing any data or ending tag. For example, BR, IMG, HR, etc. Syntax tag name. Let's have a look at the basic HTML tags without which your HTML code is incomplete. 1. HTML tag. HTML tag is a tag that includes a starting and ending tags. HTML and /HTML respectively. It is the main tag of the HTML document and all the content is wrapped inside these tags. As the browser runs the code, the beginning HTML tag symbolizes that it is an HTML document. It does not help in changing the appearance of the web page, but includes all other tags that helps in making a creative web page. 2. Head tag. Head tag signifies the heading information of the document, which means the header section of an HTML document. It does not help in changing the look of the HTML document. 3. Title tag. Title tag is a container tag. It is an element defined inside the head tag and refers to the title of the HTML document. When browser runs the HTML document, this title is shown on the title bar of the web page. 4. Body tag. Body tag is a container tag. This tag contains the actual contents that are displayed in a web page. Everything that you want to have displayed on your web page should be included in this tag. It can be text, graphics, multimedia, tables, and many more. Keep in mind that whatever you type must be enclosed between the starting and ending of the body tag. Attributes of body tag. An attribute defines the characteristics of an HTML element and is placed inside the element's opening tag. Attributes are used in the form of a pair named as name value pair like name equal value. Attribute value must be enclosed in double quotation mark. The attributes help in modifying the default tag properties in an HTML document. Following are the different attributes of a body tag. Text. It helps in changing the color of the text in a web page. The values that are given for the text are in the form of hexadecimal code or the name of the color. Syntax. Body text equal value. Back color. It helps to change the background color of the web page. The values that are given for the background color are in the form of hexadecimal code or the name of the color. Syntax. Body BG color equals $yellow. Background. It helps in inserting an image or a picture in the web page, which makes it more creative. The value that is given for the background should be a complete path of the picture saved in your computer. Syntax. Body background equals $path. Tech tip. Font tag has to be used with at least one attribute. Left margin. This attribute is used to set the left margin of a web page. The value given for the margin is in the form of pixels. Syntax. Body left margin equals $80. Right margin. This attribute is used to set the right margin of a web page. The value given for the margin is in the form of pixels. Syntax. Body right margin equals $100. Top margin. This attribute is used to set the top margin of a web page. The value given for the margin is in the form of pixels. Syntax. Body top margin equals $50. Bot margin. This attribute is used to set the bottom margin of a web page. The value given for the margin is in the form of pixels. Syntax. Body bottom margin equals $70. More tags in HTML. Here are some of the commonly used tags that helps in creating an HTML document. P tag. It is a container tag that is used to give the text a paragraph shape by adding it to the tag. The P tag. The text starts from a new line with some extra space at the starting of the paragraph in the web document. The text written as a paragraph starts with tag and ends with P tag. You can add a number of paragraphs in a web page by using multiple P tags. The text in the paragraphs can be aligned to center, right, left, and justify position. Syntax P text/P. Factoid. The difference between BRE and P tag is that moves the text to the immediate next line. Tag inserts a blank line and moves the text after that line. Heading tags H1 to H6. It is a tag that is used for adding headings in a web page. There are 6 levels of headings from H1 to H6, where H1 is the topmost level and H6 is the bottommost level of headings. Each heading has its own specifications in terms of thickness, size, and color. You can use any level of the heading in the web page according to your requirement. Syntax H1 heading/H1 BRE tag. It helps to move the text to the next line in the web page. It is an empty tag. There is a situation when a user wants short pieces of text in a web page, then this tag is very helpful. The BRE tag inserts a single line break. It breaks the line and moves the rest of the text to a new line. It is similar to an enter key of a keyboard that moves the cursor on the next line towards the left margin of the screen. Syntax BRE HR tag. It is an empty tag that helps to draw a horizontal line in a web page. It defines a thematic break. This also helps to segregate the contents of a web page in order to have a clear look of the text. If this tag is used once, it will draw a single line and you can draw as many lines according to your wish. Syntax HR. Center tag. It is a container tag that helps to align the text in the center of the web page. It can be used for aligning headings, images, or any other element to the center of the HTML web document. Syntax center text or object/center. B tag. It is a container tag that helps to make the text in bold style in a web page. Syntax B text B I tag. It is a container tag that helps to make the text in italic style in a web page. Syntax I text I U tag. It is a container tag that helps to make the text as an underline style in a web page. Syntax U text U. Font tag. It is a tag that is used to apply formatting features on the text in a web page. It changes the appearance of the text with the help of change in face size and color of the text. It makes the web page more attractive. Attributes of font tag. Face. It helps to change the format or face of the text in a web page. The value that is given for the face attribute should be a specific font face for the text. Syntax font face = Verdana. Text/font tag. Size. It helps to give a size to the text in the web page. The value that is given for the size of the text should be between 1 to 7, as 1 refers to the smallest value and 7 refers to the largest value for the text. Syntax font size = value. Text/font tag. Color. It helps to change the color of the text. The values that are given for the text color are in the form of hexadecimal code or the name of the color. Syntax font color green. Text font. Following are the codes for each color used in a HTML document. Tech tip. The range of colors is 0 to 9 plus A to F. Here, 0 means nothing, that is pure black, and F means full, that is white. Factoid. The default face of the text is Times New Roman. The default size of text is 3. The default color of text is black. A quick review. Internet is a network of networks that connects millions of computers around the globe. A website is a collection of multiple pages that includes the information. The language that is used to create the web pages of a website is HTML. An HTML editor or a web content editor is a software application that enables the users to create, view, edit, and make the changes in a web page. The structure of an HTML document creates a single web page on the internet and links with other web pages of the websites. For viewing an HTML document, you need a software application called as web browser. A web browser is a software program used to access the Internet or World Wide Web. Container tags are the types of tags that have a starting and an ending ester tag. Empty tags are the types of tags that have only a starting tag. An attribute defines the characteristics of an HTML element and is placed inside the element's opening